Now, one of the issues, and I'm sure it's what you're thinking right now, is Azim, where did that 2 million figure come from? So I'd like to clarify that right now. That 2 million figure we arrived at from two pieces of research. The first thing was, I actually went to Indonesia. We had a team and we went out and did some ground research, engaging local people, local churches, local other faith institutions, and local Islamic organizations. We came to the conclusion that there's many people leaving Islam. The reality of Indonesia, a country with 18,000 islands, means it's very difficult to put an exact number to that. So the first thing is we were taken aback that this number is recognized to be very many. Second thing we did was desktop research. We looked at many policy papers and briefings written about the situation. Now, as you can imagine, there's many people interested in commenting on this. That's why you find numbers range from 1 million people a year to 3 million people a year. So as an organization, we decided to put forward that approximately 2 million people are leaving Islam. We identified an organization that indicated that was the figure too in certain parts of Indonesia.
But now we can point to the evidence of the census conducted by the Somali Bible Society to say, look, there are Somali Christians out there, and especially in the homeland, the Horn of Africa. This is in Somalia alone, but all of the results are in the link down below. The total figure of around 197,000 is also without the figures of the Somali Christians living in the rest of the world, of which there are so many as well. Who knows of our number worldwide? It's so promising. Now this evidence of this 197,000 confessing their faith in Jesus in the census, it shows a change in attitudes within Somalia. Many are fourth-generation Somali Christians.
Thousands of Muslims in Iran are converting to Christianity, as over 50,000 mosques have closed in the region. In an article by All Arab News, they explain why this is taking place. Mohammed Dilabi, who's a senior cleric for the Iranian president Ebrahim Raisi, first broke the news where he stated that 50,000 out of 75,000 mosques in Iran have closed their doors.
And welcome to The Faith Report, bringing you your daily video on those Christian news bites you won't find in mainstream media. In a previous video, I shared a story about a 60-year-old Iranian woman who recently converted to Christianity. Mina's courageous faith, despite the risks, really inspired me. It got me looking more deeply into the Christian scene in Iran, and what I discovered is that there is an incredible growth explosion of Christianity happening across the country right now. Despite intense persecution from the oppressive Islamic regime, Christianity is spreading rapidly in Iran. According to estimates, there are now over 1 million Iranian converts to the faith. This is happening even as the regime tries to suppress Christianity through imprisonment, torture and execution. The growth is being fueled by bold Iranian believers who carefully share their faith with family and friends. Small house churches of just 4 to 5 people meet together for Bible studies and prayers. Women are playing a huge role in leading and facilitating the movement. Hearing the stories opened my eyes to how easy we have it as Christians here in the West. We sometimes take our religious freedom for granted. Meanwhile, our brothers and sisters in Iran are risking everything to follow Jesus. One inspiring story is that of Marzieh Amirizadeh, who was imprisoned and tortured just for being a Christian. After escaping Iran, Marzieh smuggled 20,000 Bibles into Tehran to plant seeds of faith. Despite the dangers, Iranian converts feel compelled to share their transformed lives. There's a deep spiritual hunger in Iran, and it's being quenched by the gospel. So as Christians worldwide, we need to pray for the persecuted church in Iran, pray for the continued spread of house churches and the salvation of more Iranians. Let's pray for the boldness, strength and comfort of those facing prison and persecution every day, and pray for the current regime to fall. This Iranian awakening reminds us that the light of Christ shines even in the darkest of places. No regime, no matter how brutal, can stop the advance of the gospel.